Good morning and welcome to our first press conference of 2021. I know there are a lot of people who want all our troubles to be over before we start the new year. And those people actually consider today December 45th of 2020. But whatever date you use, in today's press conference, we will cover 5 topics. First, we'll present an exciting collaboration between Erie Arts and Culture and the City of Erie's Planning Department. Second, we'll showcase the Police Athletic League's 2021 schedule of events. Third, we'll announce changes in celebrating Martin Luther King Jr. Day. Fourth, we'll inspire Eastside Erie residents to help us to reduce crime. And fifth, we'll encourage all Erie residents to apply for volunteer positions on city authorities, boards, and commissions. In 2020, Erie Arts and Culture launched a pilot program called Creating the Community. That program empowered artists to serve our community by designing and implementing community-engaged art projects. In the pilot program, 14 artists worked together in teams of 2 after being paired with 7 neighborhood organizations. I'm excited today to announce the second round of collaboration between Erie Arts and Culture and the City of Erie. For this round, there will be 12 artists divided into 6 teams of 2. They will all be working under the guidance of Erie artist Tom Ferraro. One of the major things these artists will be helping us with is creation of our active transportation plan, which is called Active Erie. Last October, the city's planning director, Kathy Rosdick, led about 20 city staff, residents, and WR&A consultants and members of the steering committee on a 15-mile bike ride across Erie to 6 locations, including 5 of our parks and ending at the Erie Public Library. I was on that. It was a great ride. The 7-hour event was incredible. We had great presentations at every location to area residents. They gave us valuable input into how we can make our neighborhoods more welcoming and inviting, especially by improving pedestrian and bike routes. Active Erie envisions a network of streets that are beautiful, comfortable, and safe for Erie residents and visitors, whether they are walking, riding a bike, taking public transit, or driving a vehicle. For the 2021 Creating with Community program, we are excited to announce that teams of artists will work closely with the City of Erie's Bureau of Engineering and the Planning Department to design and execute projects that will address recommendations and issues identified during the Active Erie planning process. Here to tell us more about the current Request for Qualifications, or RFQ for short, is City Planning Director Kathy Rosdick.
Thank you, Mayor. This is the second year of Erie Arts and Culture's program designed to position artists as change agents within the community. There is $66,000 in funding to engage 12 artists in our community, working directly with the City of Erie through Erie Arts and Culture, Creating with Community. Artists will receive in-depth training on community-engaged arts practices from Tom Ferraro. The program will require artists to work closely and in direct correlation with municipal departments such as my department, the Department of Planning, the Bureau of Engineering, the Street Department, and the Department of Public Works. Artists will develop plans to assist the City of Erie with successfully implementing the city's active transportation plan called Active Erie. The deadline for applicants to apply is January 22nd. And there will be an informational meeting held on January 19th at 6 p.m. with Erie Arts and Culture and the City of Erie. I'll be on there. So if anyone has any questions or is interested, or is an artist interested in applying, we encourage you to sign up for that webinar. You can ask questions, find out more about the project, how long it will run. This is a great opportunity for the City of Erie to partner with Erie Arts and Culture. It's the first time that we will be doing something like this, and we're very, very excited about this new partnership, and particularly in how it will help us implement the city's active transportation plan. Thanks so much.
Thank you, Kathy. I also want to thank Patrick Fisher and his team at Erie Arts and Cultures. They are doing incredible work throughout the Erie region. And remember, The deadline to apply is Friday, January 22nd, and all the information can be found at erieartsandculture.org. Now, if you want to apply to be one of the artists, go to erieartsculture.submittable.com/submit. Next, I'm proud to introduce an incredible police officer who is also my valued friend, Sergeant Tom Lennox. Since June of last year, Sergeant Lennox has been working full-time to coordinate the Police Athletic League so that more students, especially minorities, want to become Erie police officers. Sergeant Lennox will now tell us about the exciting things happening this year with the Police Athletic League. Sergeant Lennox.
Thanks for having me, Mayor. With regards to the upcoming events, 2021, we're pretty excited. The PAL staff has grown to 63 officers from 5 different departments and agencies. We're very excited to announce that we added an additional entity in the Erie County Juvenile Probation Department. We're actually getting 6 of their officers who brings a wealth of knowledge, training, certifications, and experience to help further the growth of the youth in our community. So we're very pleased to bring on juvenile probation this year. Also, Erie PAL in the city of Erie, we're closing in on the final stages of a grant that was approved by the Fish and Boat Commission to allow PAL to incorporate our fishing program component of the program. This will allow us and the students to go through a 3-phase fishing certification classes, partnering up with the Sons of Lake Erie in our community. At the conclusion of those classes for the PAL kids, each kid's going to receive a fishing pole, tackle box, T-shirt, or certificate. So, and this will also allow the officers to take kids in small groups to go fishing throughout all of Erie County. In early February of this year, the City of Erie Police Department and the Mayor's Office and PAL will be rolling out a surprise to the public as it relates to transportation for our PAL kids and staff members after partnering with Jeremy Peterson and PAL supporter EMTA. So there's more to come on that. I'm also extremely excited to announce that once COVID restrictions are lifted by the Department of Health and the City of Erie School District, in addition to the elementary schools that we're currently active in, we've also want to announce that we have brought on middle schools, Strong Vincent, East, and Wilson middle schools, in hopes to continue with the growth and continuity of our PAL kids who've graduated from the elementary program. And it is our expectation to follow these kids through high school to support their individual journeys and provide support. Once the COVID restrictions are lifted, Erie PAL and our kids will be transported daily to the Erie Boys and Girls Club for our after-school programming with the officers and the Boys and Girls Club staff. Every Monday, Erie PAL will be meeting with Harding and Piper Burley students. Tuesday, Deal Elementary and McKinley. Wednesdays, Lincoln Elementary and Jefferson. And on Fridays, we'll be meeting with Bishop Brock's Eagles Nest students. And then on Saturdays, officers will be at the Trinity Center. So in addition to the daily contacts and activities with our PAL kids at the Boys and Girls Club, Erie PAL has on the schedule 2 field trips a month with all of our kids away from the club, with the big one being slotted for April 11th, 2021, where we're going to take a big bus trip down to Pittsburgh to take the kids to the Pirates Chicago Cub baseball game, pending, again, COVID-19 restrictions. May 21st, pending the pandemic, will be our first annual PAL cookout, which will include all of our PAL kids, officers, their families, to reward the kids for completing another school year, in addition to setting the tone leading into the summer months. After giving the kids and the staff a few weeks off, the Erie Boys and Girls Club will be hosting PAL's first annual summer camp for the week of slotted for June 14th of 2021. After the summer camp in June, Erie PAL will be starting a daily summer program at the Boys and Girls Club starting on June 21st. Again, pending COVID-19 restrictions, The Erie Police Department will be hosting our first annual Junior Police Academy the week of June 28th. This is when 10 POW kids will be selected for the week to learn about patrol functions, CID investigations, special and tactical operations, crime scene and forensic investigation. Last day, getting them real life scenarios, with the conclusion being a little ceremonial graduation in front of the police memorial. So we're really excited about that this year. And then last but not least, with regards to camp, we're going to have our fourth annual. Gannon University has been so kind to host, depending upon COVID-19 status, to have our big camp at Gannon University for the week of the last week of July going into August. So, and we're anticipating approximately 250 to 300 kids at that camp. So finally, I would like to conclude by saying that Frank Stramella, our media and social media coordinator from the mayor's office, is doing a tremendous job in revamping our City POW website, in which eventually every officer and POW kid profiles will be linked to the city website, including Facebook, in addition to our schedule for the year of 2001. So, I mean, as you can see, I mean, we got a pretty loaded schedule for 2021. We're really excited to get going and active with the kids once you know, this pandemic is we've worked our way through the pandemic. So, I'd like to thank you today for your time and your continued support. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Sergeant Lennox. Many of our residents probably don't know this, and Tom would never mention it. But over the holiday, the Police Athletic League was able to donate presents to over 300 children who took part in the Police Athletic League last year. Most of these families were minorities or new Americans. I had the opportunity to accompany Sergeant Lennox and 4 young white police officers as they took the presents around to about 19 children. It was incredibly impressed by the close relationship between the children and all 5 of the police officers. It was amazing. The Police Athletic League is making a profound difference in Erie, and that will transform our community. If you're able to help the Police Athletic League, I encourage you to visit the Police Athletic League website at eriepal.org. You can also sign up your child there. You can also donate or volunteer at eriepal.org. That's ERIEPAL.org. COVID-19 has really impacted every part of our lives. I am sad to announce that this will also affect this year's traditional celebrations of Martin Luther King Jr. Day. I always enjoy the march, and I've been inspired every year at the annual dinner hosted by the Martin Luther King Center. Last year, I was honored to meet the oldest son of Coretta Scott King and Martin Luther King Jr., and that was Martin Luther King III. I was able to present him with a key to the city of Erie. To tell us about this year's Martin Luther King Day Jr. events, I'm honored to introduce James Gerard, Executive Director of the Martin Luther King Center. James.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you, Mayor, for having me today. I really appreciate it. On behalf of the Board of Directors of the Bayfront NATO Martin Luther King Center and the Dr. King Holiday Celebration Committee, I want to thank you for all you do for the city and for all the activities you supported over the years in conjunction with the King Holiday Celebration. Many of you here today have attended several of the sponsored Dr. King activities over the years, from the Memorial March to the annual awards dinner. We have been honored to bring these activities to our community in events in honoring Dr. King over the years. Unfortunately, this year, the celebratory activities and events that are typically sponsored by our agency in the Holiday Celebration Committee will be postponed. As I come to you today to bring this news of postponement due to the coronavirus pandemic, which includes the march, the annual dinner, and other programs that are typically sponsored by the Holiday Committee, it is with understanding that this is the best thing to do at this time. The committee, which has been organizing the events for 30 years, hopes to hold a legacy month of activities in April to honor Dr. King's legacy if the pandemic situation has changed significantly. Although it's sad, very sad and unfortunate news for us, but it's the right thing to do. In good conscience, we could not host or bring people together to provide activities this year. It would not set a good example to our community if they were to gather people together for the march, while at the same time asking people to follow state and federal guidelines to help slow the spread of COVID-19 within our community. Our focus is to make sure people will be safe, stay healthy, continue to get tested, and get ready to get the vaccination when the vaccine becomes available. It is our belief that if we follow the federal, state, and the Erie County Health Department guidelines, we should be able to come together to celebrate the legacy of Dr. King in the very near future. So I just want to thank everyone for this opportunity to update you on the King holiday activities. And we look forward to coming back on board and letting you know what we'll be doing as we address this pandemic situation in our community. So thank you for having me today, and I appreciate the time.
Thank you, James. I commend the work you and your staff are doing to transform Erie into a place where every Erie resident feels a sense of belonging. You are helping everyone to value our diversity. It's hard to even imagine how awesome our community would be if every person here felt valued for the unique skills and talents that each one of us possesses. This is what my team and I strive to accomplish every day. James, I look forward to marching with you once COVID-19 is behind us. Thanks for being with us today and for everything that you and your team do. Based on the successful implementation of the Burn Grant Crime Reduction Strategy in Little Italy neighborhood, the city took the initiative to apply for a second Burn Grant. The Burn Criminal Justice Innovations Grant from the Department of Justice helps cities to effectively reduce violent crime, especially in distressed neighborhoods. The city was awarded our second Burn Grant of $958,434 for a crime reduction project in the Erie Eastside neighborhood. That's from East 6th to East 26th and Holland over to Wayne Street. This area has an estimated population of 8,855 residents. These funds are being used to develop, complete, and implement a strategic, collaborative, and community-oriented crime reduction strategy for the east side of Erie. The community team has created a neighborhood concerns index survey to identify the east side's unique needs. COVID-19 limited our ability to engage with residents in face-to-face interactions, so the survey is the best opportunity to receive input from the community. Lori Pickens, the Burn Criminal Justice Innovations Project Coordinator, will now speak about the survey, which gives residents the opportunity to provide feedback. Lori.
Good morning, everyone. Erie's East Side has experienced years of decline in opportunities for advancement, which has led to decline in resident well-being, community safety, and housing quality. Increasing crime and residents' feelings of marginalization have resulted in instability and a lack of resident and business investment, and an overall negative perception on this neighborhood. Recognizing these challenges and hoping to change the narrative and restore hope in the community, the City of Erie and the Erie Police Department decided to embark upon a collaborative journey with intentional efforts to reduce crime and increase partnerships with local businesses, schools, and faith-based institutions. We are happy to share that our community partnerships have grown to include the following entities: Mercyhurst Civic Institute, Snoop's Neighborhood Watch, McKinley Elementary School, Piper Burley Elementary School, East Middle School, Climate Changers, Neighborhood Art House, St. James AME Church, New Life in Spirit Revival Center, Juvenile and Adult Probations, International Institute, Sisters of St. Joseph's Neighborhood Network, Erie Bluecoats, GCAC, Serve Erie, Eastside Eagles, St. Martin Center, Booker T. Washington Center, Central City Neighborhood Watch, and many more. As we are still in the planning phase of our crime reduction strategy, we are happy to share that we look forward to the community's input. Due to the pandemic, our outreach methods are looking different, but your feedback is valuable and needed. For us to create a plan that really captures what the community identifies as drivers of the crime it is experiencing, we need your help. We have put together a survey that can be accessed electronically or even by paper for you to complete. Surveys will help us focus services and collaborations on addressing these needs in the neighborhood. The survey went live on Monday, January 11th, 2021, and will remain open until Friday, February 5th, 2021. This survey is focused on the target area mentioned by Mayor Schember, and the feedback will only be gathered from individuals who live or work in the targeted area. If you cannot access the survey electronically, please contact Lori Pickens, the BCJI project coordinator, at lpickens@erie.pa.us. Lori is located at the Booker T. Washington Center at 1720 Holland Street, and she will connect you with a community entity that has paper copies available. If you complete the survey online, all results will automatically be tabulated. If you choose to complete a paper survey, please return it to the entity from which you picked it up, and I will arrange to collect all paper surveys. Families with school-aged children, please connect with your community school director. The link for the survey is as follows: www.surveymonkey.com/r/Erie Eastside. Your input is vital to the success of this project and to building hope and opportunity in your neighborhood. Thank you for sharing.
Thank you very much, Lori. I agree. The input of residents is critical. We have a dedicated steering committee and community team who have worked very hard to put together this survey to identify the needs of those living and working in our East Side neighborhood. I encourage everyone living from East 6th to East 26th and Holland to Wayne Streets to complete the survey. I want to thank Lori and all our community partners, including our research partner, the Mercyhurst Civic Institute, for your commitment to our community. I look forward to seeing the survey results and to working together to design a crime reduction strategy that will lift up this neighborhood and restore hope. When we went door to door on Erie's East Side during the 2018 Summer of Hope initiative, I vividly remember the exasperation of some of the neighbors as we talked on their front porches. Several of them said to me, "Why should I fix up my home when there is a blighted property right across the street?" We need to step up together and make our neighborhoods better. I know many people have struggled with hope after the past year, but let's stay together in this. Please join me and hope for an end to COVID-19 through vaccinations. Hope that we can start getting back together again. Hope for a better future for our children, and hope for more civility in our political process. Let's join together to put hope into action so that we can transform Erie. Let's realize our vision that Erie is a community hope, and we celebrate 5 things: our rich cultural diversity, our welcoming, vibrant neighborhoods, our world-class downtown and bayfront, our excellent education for everyone, and our abundance of good family-sustaining jobs. Now next, I want to remind everyone that there is still the opportunity for you to volunteer to serve on 15 of the city's authorities, boards, and commissions. Before the holidays, we launched a new application process for City Council and the Mayor to attract volunteers with the skills and expertise needed. There is now a page on the city's website to provide information on all of our authorities, boards, and commissions. This can be accessed at cityof.erie.pa.us/ABCS. From this page, you can access the application process on City Grows. Within the application, we provide a list of all the vacancies, the skill sets needed, the residency requirements, and the length of the terms. There are currently 46 vacancies, 25 to be appointed by the mayor and 21 by City Council. The portal opened on Friday, December 17th, 2020. So far, we've received about 100 completed applications. However, we have many people who have started applications and did not finish them. And we have several new or newly reinvigorated authorities, boards, and commissions which need many applications. In order to foster diversity, equity, and inclusion, so our authorities, boards, and commissions better reflect our community, we are asking for additional applications from a wide variety of people. That is why I'm announcing today that we have extended the deadline to apply until Monday, January 25th, 2021 at 11:59 p.m. If after reviewing each organization and its needs, you want to use your skills and expertise to serve, please apply. To receive consideration, you must answer every question and submit your resume. Be sure to provide your address, a thoughtful explanation of why you want to serve on a specific organization, and a description of how you meet the qualifications and experience that are required. Only completed applications will be reviewed. So if you've already started an application and haven't finished it, please complete it before January 25th. With City Council, we developed a transparent, accessible application process to foster diversity, equity, and inclusion in our authorities, boards, and commissions. As I have said many times, Erie's diversity is unique and gives us the opportunity to have an incredible city. When the composition of our authorities, boards, and commissions resembles our community, more perspective and ideas will be shared and heard, and we will become a city where everyone wants to live. Once again, thank you to all the citizens who are willing to become part of a team that will move Erie forward. We look forward to working with you. Remember, if you're interested in helping us transform Erie by serving on any of these positions, you must apply by January 25th at 11:59 p.m. By the way, that's my wife's birthday, January 25th. Two more things before we end. First, we want to remind residents that the last day for holiday tree collection is next Thursday, January 21st, 21. Place your holiday tree curbside on your regular collection night, and our garbage collectors will pick it up. Second, I want to take a moment to recognize one of our employees, Ellis Evans. Ellis is a relatively new part-time city employee who works on the team that picks up garbage and recyclables from your homes at night. Tuesday night, Ellis found a wallet while collecting trash. He returned it to the owner on West 25th Street. Now, she did not even realize that she had lost the wallet, which it had a little cash in it, but it was full of credit cards, insurance, and other documents. If she had known she had lost it, she said she would have been very stressed out. She said she cannot thank Ellis enough and said he is a very valuable employee for our city. Thank you, Ellis. I believe you will have a great future working for the city of Erie. Also, thanks to Ellis's supervisor, Jamie DePalma, for making us aware of this exceptional act of kindness. That concludes today's press conference. Everyone who spoke is now available for interviews.